What if I told you that by tomorrow, your brain will erase almost 95% of everything you experienced today? You woke up this morning, brushed your teeth, made coffee, checked your phone. By tomorrow, you probably won't remember any of it. Not because nothing happened, but because your brain already decided none of it was worth keeping. Most people assume memory works like a camera. You experience something, and it gets stored away, ready to be pulled back up whenever you need it. That's not what's happening. Your brain isn't recording your life. It's editing it in real time, and it throws away almost everything before you even notice. Here's the uncomfortable part. Memory researchers estimate that somewhere between 90 and 95% of everything you experience is gone within 24 hours. Not blurry, gone. The conversation you had at lunch yesterday, the route you drove last Tuesday, most of it never made it past a part of your brain called the hippocampus, and most of it was never meant to. To understand why, you have to understand what memory actually costs. Every memory isn't just information. It's tissue. That process takes energy, and your brain runs on a strict budget. It cannot afford to build permanent structure for the version of you that tied your shoes this morning. But here's what doesn't add up if you stop there. If your brain is this ruthless, why do you remember one random afternoon from years ago in vivid detail, but not a single specific Tuesday from last month? The answer is your brain isn't deleting randomly. It's making a decision thousands of times a day about what's worth keeping, and that decision comes down to one thing: prediction error. Your brain is constantly guessing what happens next. It predicts the taste of your coffee before you drink it, the feel of the stairs before your foot lands. Most of the time, the prediction is correct, and when reality matches the prediction, there's nothing new to learn. But when the prediction fails, when something happens your brain didn't see coming, a completely different process kicks in. Your brain floods with chemicals that shifted into an encoding state, and suddenly you're not filtering the moment out, you're burning it in. That's why you remember exactly where you were when you got shocking news, but not where you were the day before. That's why a certain sound or smell can drag up a memory you haven't thought about in 15 years, while yesterday's lunch is already gone. Even the memories that survive aren't stored the way you think. There's no single file labeled with a name and a date. That memory is broken apart, scattered across your brain in pieces. When you remember something, your brain isn't opening a file. It's reconstructing an event from scattered fragments every single time. And that reconstruction is never perfect. Every time you recall a memory, you're not just retrieving it, you're rewriting it slightly and restoring that updated version. The memory you have of an early childhood moment today isn't the original. It's a copy of a copy, slightly altered by every time you've thought about it since. The act of remembering something is also, quietly, the act of changing it. Psychologists have shown that entirely false memories can be planted in people, and their brains will elaborate on them without hesitation, adding details, emotions. Your brain isn't lying to you on purpose. It's doing exactly what memory always does, filling gaps, filtering for what feels coherent rather than what's literally true. So if your brain is deleting almost everything and reshaping what little it keeps, what's actually left? The moments that get kept are almost never the ordinary ones. They're the ones that broke a pattern. The first time, the last time, the unexpected time. A brain drowning in routine has nothing to encode because nothing surprised it. That's the real reason your early years feel like they lasted forever, while last year already feels like a blur. It's not that time moved differently. It's that your brain had almost nothing to burn in because almost nothing broke the pattern. Which means the version of your life you'll remember 20 years from now is already being decided today. You are not living your whole life. You're living about 5% of it. The part your brain decided was different enough to keep, and even that part is quietly rewritten every time you think about it. The rest, the version of you that existed this morning, is already gone. Your brain looked at it, found no surprise, and let it go before you even finished living it. The only real question left is what you do with that, because if your brain only keeps what breaks the pattern, then a life spent doing the same thing, the same way, every single day, isn't just repetitive. It's disappearing in real time, whether you notice or not. What you call your memory is really just a record of every time you dared to live differently, and a quiet erasure of every day you didn't. If you enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button.